let's very quickly see what were the fundamental causes of First World War. In my last lecture, I had discussed what is this concept of nationalism. This means love for one's own land. And what happens that initially when the nation state concept was rising, when there was unification of Italy and when there was unification of Germany, Italy and Germany, what had been noticed over here is that spirit of common shared culture, common shared race, common shared history had been coming up, right? People, they identified themselves as same political unit. And what happened when this feeling went to an excessive level, okay, when this feeling, it went to the excessive level, and when nations, they started feeling, oh, we are a superior race, right? And they started developing hatred for the Indians, or you can say for the Africans, or they went into this racial supremacy, right? Apart from this, in fact, the Germans, they started hating, the French started hating the Germans. And the reason I have given you, that when this unification in Germany happened, there were two provinces of France, Lorraine and Alsace, which were taken away by the Germans. And because of this, Germans were very angry, or French were very angry on the Germans, right? Apart from this, Serbians hating Austria-Hungarians. Where have we noticed this? We have seen that killing of Archduke Ferdinand of Austria, right? This was noticed. Now, military and arms race. Now, understand that it all depends on the economy. How? Understand this part. Okay, I'll just take you a little bit away from the topic and understand this concept. How it is possible for a state, right, or for a state to maintain a continuity of a strong standing army. Now understand this via what used to happen in ancient India. We had seen when we study the Mauryan administration, we see that how Chandragupta Maurya is able to maintain a strong standing army. Compare it with that, okay? A king or a monarch can only have a strong military if, understand this concept first. A king or any nation for that matter, you can write down, or any polity, it can have a strong army only if they are able to pay the people, if they are able to pay the salaries. And where are these salaries for the army men? Mostly cash is preferred. Where are these salaries coming from? These salaries are coming from a very strong taxation system. So for this, taxation system has to be strong. Who will be in a condition to pay the tax? When there will be good amount of trade and commerce. Although peasants will be also paying from the agricultural surplus in the land, but agriculture does not pay a lot of tax. More important is trade and commerce. How can they have this strong trade and commerce? Now the question comes over here. Only if they annex new colonies, only if they get resources, only if they get cheaper material, cheaper labor. So what happens ultimately? Because of all this, they are going to have a strong economy, and because of strong economy, only can they sustain their military and the arms race. Is it clear what is happening? How these European nations, some of these European nations were able to have a very strong military setup, because these people, they developed this strong economy. How? By colonizing other weaker nations, right? By extracting the resources. And on that, the nation which had the greater military or the arms strength was a superior nation. Ultimately, it was Britain. Then, second number, it was France. Now, in third number, Germany was coming. Germany was basically giving a very stiff competition to England. It is said that it wanted to become a naval supremacy, or it wanted to gain that naval supremacy across the world, because again over here, as it's seen, that it is via navy that you can control the various parts of the world. Is it clear? Now, system of alliances. Before the World War II, we had seen whole of the Europe was divided into triple entente and triple alliance. Why this was possible, triple entente and triple alliance? It was possible because it is said that Germany had started this whole process of secret alliance. First, what Germany did? Germany, it entered into alliance with Austria. Okay, because again it wanted to isolate the France, reason I have discussed, right? And then Bismarck also did create an alliance with Russia, but later we'll see Russia will be joining the other party. Now, a dual alliance of Austria and Germany, it continued, right? And it was Italy which had joined this triple alliance. In retaliation to Austrian-German alliance, a Franco-German alliance was formed against it. So ultimately, what happens? In this Franco-German alliance, England also joins. Japan joins in 1902. Now there is imperialism in Japan also. And what happens that ultimately Russia also joins them in 1907. Is it clear? And this is known as triple entente. What is triple entente? It is France, it is Russia, it is Britain, it is your Japan, and I think that is it. And who joined triple alliance? It was Germany, it was Austria, Germany, Italy, it joined them, right? So all these alliances, secret alliances, it led to war, because when Austrian Duke will be killed by, along with his wife, will be killed by a person from Serbia, Germany will automatically come to help of Austria. And in Serbia, we'll notice that Britain and France will come to help there. And with series of this, all this is knitted together, which led to a series of events. Another part over here is that of Eastern question. What happens that various states had been going through a turmoil, and these were Greece, okay, these were Bulgaria, these were Serbia. It is said that they were engaged in a series of controlling the area of Macedonia. Macedonia was the place where ancient Greeks were living. And what happened? Even Turkey had witnessed political instability that time. So ultimately, Siberia's claim also over Bosnia and Herzegovina, let's see it on the map, it was supported by Russia. As a result of which, what happened? Siberia and Austria-Hungary, they were engaged in the political scuffle. So what was happening? Why this Eastern question? Because all these people, they wanted to control the route via Mediterranean Sea. Now, since in Turkey, the Ottoman Turks had been ruling, we had seen that how they had taken over the Constantinople by 1453 AD, right? So it had been a strong journey through a strong path for trade, but it was occupied by the Turks. Now what was happening? Political stability is coming up here. So there is turmoil also amongst the nation in the Mediterranean Sea because of this.